here at our room where Americans talk soccer. I'm your co-host today, Idris, and alongside me, June. How are you doing today, June?
What's up, everybody? Hi, Idris.
Thank you to all our subscribers, and make sure you smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Today, we're going to be answering a few questions about injuries and how it can affect the team. So, Jen, I have the first question for you.
First
What is the
question is,
worst?
sorry, go ahead, Idris.
What is the worst injury you've seen in the Premier League or anywhere really?
My worst injury I've seen is Andres Gomez injury last season, Everton. He was out for a season, terrible injury, unintentional by Son, and everything was a chain reaction. It all happened after one action after another, and it's just a lot of emotional journey for him and physical journey as well. To recover like that from that season-ending injury, it's just crazy. I have a lot of respect for Andre Gomez. He's back on the pitch. He's starting. But yeah, that was my worst injury I've ever seen. What about you, Jers?
I'll say Aaron Ramsey on a cold, rainy night in Stoke, literally. Young talent, Shawcross comes in, breaks his foot, horrible injury, out for 18 months, but his career was saved, I guess, and the injury didn't affect him much, but I think he still has probably nipples from that injury, but that was a horrible tackle, and I think Arsenal fans just hate Shawcross now. They absolutely don't like him. And I think Stoke fans still boo Ramsey, even though it wasn't his fault that he
What?
broke his foot. So every time we played at Stoke for a few times when they were still relevant, you the fans would just boo Ramsey every time he was on the ball. Nasty, nasty from the fans because that was never a clean tackle. But yeah, that was my worst injury I've seen.
Yeah, what a terrible injuries. I also think that there's a huge financial damage to the club. Like some players, they make a lot of wages, and fans are expecting a lot from them. And for a smaller club, mid-level, mid-lower team, once they get injured, it's just a bigger toll on them. And to come back from that, it's harder compared to other big clubs. So, yeah.
All right, we have the second question. If a main player from your team gets injured, what do you think will happen to your team and who is that player?
Our main player for Spurs is Harry Kane. If Harry Kane injured, it's gonna be tough for us to win the title. We're definitely gonna stay in the top 5 because we have good backup, Bale, Vinicius, and Vinicius looking very good last game against the European side. But winning the title, Harry Kane is the guy that scores the big goals for the bigger games, Champions League, Europa League, and everything he touches turns into goals. So missing him is going to be a crucial, horrendous event for us. But I think Levy did a great job having players on loan. Vinicius had 2 assists last game, and man, sorry Vinicius for doubting you. You look great. I think he's going to have a great season. Bale, he's starting to pick up. Burnley tomorrow. Wait, guys, you'll see Vinicius and Bale combination with Harry Kane and Sonny. What about you, Jers?
That's just their shit anyway. But the player for Arsenal, you know, he just signed the team. Aubameyang, Aubameyang, Aubameyang,
Arsenal
Aubameyang.
shit. Arsenal shit.
But yeah, if Aubameyang gets injured, I hate to say it, but Arsenal get relegated easy. The sheer amount of goals Aubameyang scores is insane for a team that doesn't create that much. And he's just our main man. If he gets the ball, like one or two things are gonna happen. No, one thing is gonna happen. He's gonna score. And I don't think he's missed the target this far in the Premier League so far. I mean, he's only had probably 1 goal or 2 goals this season so far, and that just shows the lack of creativity. But the chance he did have, he's hit the target. So it's incredible. But if he gets injured, we're screwed.
Where's the
Nobody
backup?
gets. I mean, Lacazette is there, but he's not as consistent as Aubameyang, and I don't think he can do it on the big stage. He was a great player at Lyon before we signed him. We spent big money for him, but I just think he hasn't really found that form yet. And Aubameyang has just been carrying us goals wise, and we do have some young talents that can probably take over for Oba, but I don't think they're ready. They're still teenagers basically. They're like 18, 19. And that's a lot of burden to take on from like Aubameyang. But good news for Arsenal is that Aubameyang has probably missed only a week in his entire career due to injury, and he's 30 years old, and
It's
he's
impressive.
played a lot. He's played a lot of football. So yeah, but if he does get injured, we're definitely getting relegated because we can concede a goal and there's probably no one to score. So yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot to risk for these North London rivals. Arsenal, I think there's a lot of good young talents, Pepe and Bukayo Saka. I think they're gonna step it up, so it's gonna be good. Don't worry, Idris. Don't worry. But we're still gonna be on the top of the table above you guys, so don't worry, bro.
I don't know, y'all shit. But that's beside the point. But yeah, we have a fan reaction to these same questions. So we'll just give a quick snippet of what we think of his reactions and answers to our questions. And let us know in the comments below the answer to these questions as well. So you want to go ahead, Jin? You want to get this started?
Yeah, so we have a fan, CH Park, had submitted the response for us. And the first question was, what was the worst injury you have seen? All right, guys, let's check it out.
Okay, but seriously, I think my answer would be Alf Inch Haaland, who is Erling Haaland's father. He used to play in the EPL until he got significantly injured by Gary Neville, from what I remember. That injury was so shocking that when I was young, watching that it's just so clear in my head, even until now. So yeah, I would go with him.
So Idris, what were your thoughts?
I think that's a horrible injury. Of course, it had to be that Manchester United team. They were a really dirty team. Back in the day, they just wanted to bully everyone and just sticking it to everyone. And I didn't really know Holland's dad played in the Premier League. I knew Holland was born in Leeds, but I didn't know his dad played in the Premier League. And the way Holland turned out, it seems like his dad would have been a class player because like you don't just get those genes from nowhere, you know? And
You don't.
the fact that his career kind of ended that way, it's kind of sad, you know? Because like players like that, you just tend to see that one injury can affect them. What about you, Jin?
Yeah, what can I say? Haaland is living his dad's dream. It's still impressive that Haaland's dad played in the top level of England. Terrible injury by Robbie Keane. Horrible tackle. But that's all it takes to end a career and end the season for him. So, yeah, I actually didn't know Haaland's father played football as well. But yeah, the genetics, man. Haaland, he doesn't get it from. It's coming from somewhere. So I think he would have had a lot more in him if he didn't get injured. And yeah, thank you for this submission, CH Park. All right, let's move on to our second question that CH Park submitted for us. Is he's a Manchester United fan, and we know that Manchester United have been relying on Bruno Fernandes a lot these days. So we asked him, what would he do as a Manchester United fan? What would Manchester United do if Fernandes got injured? All right, let's check it out.
The second question is, what would Manchester United do if Bruno Fernandes gets injured? I would first go to church and pray about that. I mean, it's just pretty much game over for Man United. He's just clearly our best player. But realistically speaking, I would probably use that as an opportunity to actually start Donny van de Beek. He hasn't been starting as much, and I think he deserves to start. I still don't know why Ole hasn't been putting him in. he definitely will get a chance in the future. But without Bruno, I would say using Donny van de Beek as a box-to-box midfielder and using Pogba, Paul Pogba.
What are your thoughts on our fans' response?
Well, when he goes to church, he should pray for me also that I never get injured, because I'm a star player too. But like you said, he's over relied on, and Van de Beek probably can do a job there, but Van de Beek not being an out and out attacking midfielder, he might not be able to do exactly how, like, tie everything together, how Bruno and Fernandes ties everything together, but he probably brings that more stability where he's like box to box and he can get into the box and he's not afraid to shoot and add a little more goals. Rashford, Martial, Greenwood are the ones getting the goals. Fernandes basically just scores penalties, but he does have a pass in him. He does do that, and they're over relying on him. And Van de Beek might be able to step in for a few games, but it might come back to see that what Fernandes does is really important because he probably does the little things that nobody probably notices, and his work rate is incredible. So that's what I think. What do you think?
Yeah, Van de Beek, he's just been marinating on the bench right now. He's a great player that should be playing right now, coming from top level in Eredivisie. Champions League level team, Ajax FC. They just won 13-0, right, in their league. Great team.
Yeah.
And great player and great signing for Manchester United. And I think, definitely Bruno Fernandes has been, I think they've been overplaying him. At this pace, I could see an injury coming for him unless they get the rotation figured out. And I think Donny van de Beek, definitely, like you said, quality box-to-box player, box-to-box action. So this is all his homework, how he's going to handle the rotation with Bruno and Donny. And I definitely think Donny deserves to be on the pitch. Dan James last night versus Chelsea didn't seem like he knew what he was doing. I get it. He hasn't been playing a lot. But yeah, we Manchester United definitely got to figure out how they're going to use Van de Beek. But yeah, thank you, CH Park, for submitting these answers. And Idris, any closing remarks?
Let us know if you want to be featured on episodes. Just leave a comment below. We'll reach out to you. And thank you for subscribing. Make sure you share this with your friends, share with your soccer lovers, Facebook, Twitter, whichever social media platforms you use. Thank you for listening again. And don't forget to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm.
All right, guys, that's it for today. Thank you for listening. Peace out.
Enchanté.